This is a historical spectacle on the level of the grand movies in its genre. Ben Hur, The Ten Commandments, Cleopatra, Gladiator, Rome, Spartacus, and many more, and will be compared to them. Matt Damon being lost and trying to get back home is now its own movie genre. The A-list star cast for this movie is very long. Everyone wants to work with Nolan now, even if it is for one scene or even a glimpse as a face in the crowd. Very few filmmakers are so privileged. This movie is based on the second of the two epic poems called the Odyssey, authored by Homer, which recounts the events following the aftermath of the Trojan War. The 2004 movie Troy was based on the first of the two epic poems called the Iliad, which recounts the events leading up to the Trojan War, the war itself, and the final destruction of Troy by the invading Greek armies, in which Odysseus, the king of Ithaca, played an important part. So the question is, who was Odysseus and why is he so important that he warranted an entire epic himself? Odysseus was the king of Ithaca who reluctantly answered the call to leave his kingdom and traveled to Troy along with the rest of the Greek kings to avenge the insult to all Greeks when Prince Paris of Troy eloped with Helen, the wife of King Menelaus of Sparta. He was a brilliant general and tactician who is credited with coming up with the idea of the Trojan horse, which has since then become a cultural phenomena referred to since antiquity to signify subversion from within. It is also used in computer terminology to refer to seemingly innocuous program or apps which carry within themselves a deadly payload of virus or worm designed to hijack the host computer from within. The stories of the sirens hearing whose songs could seduce men into doing their bidding, used as a metaphor of not believing everything one sees and hears. These are also from the journeys of Odysseus. He is still very culturally relevant even now, 3000 years after. Now coming to the complaints. Like noted at the beginning, being an historical spectacle, it will be inevitably measured against the other great movies of its genre. And when compared with those, this movie is clearly breaking with the movies of its genre and embracing a modernist look and feel, especially in its language, which is full of modern informal slang, which breaks the emotion of being transported to another era and makes one feel like we are watching a skit from a costumed history reenactors group. What is the magic word for that again? Oh yes, subverting expectations. There is a reason why historical epics all over the world, not just made by Hollywood, always fall back on older formal versions of their respective languages, because that is closer to how elites of older times spoke. They looked down upon the lowly, rustic dialects of the masses filled with slang and innuendo. So this subversion is not sitting well. The look and feel of the movie seems more like a North Sea Viking epic than a Eastern Mediterranean Greek epic. Every scene looks so dark and cloudy instead of bright and sunny. The color scheme is bleached out dark and grey instead of a rainbow of colors, which the ancient Greek civilization was. Case in point, compare with the 2004 Troy movie. A-list actor cast also seem more suited for a Viking epic, with most of them from Northern European ethnicity, with a small number of African or mixed heritage actors, and with those from actual Mediterranean countries conspicuous by their absence. The movie screenplay is based on the modern reinterpretation or retelling of the Odyssey by British-American author Emily Wilson, who used modern slang in place of formal language. Nolan has made the creative decision to follow the same approach. We will have to wait for the release of more trailers as the release date approaches, or the release of the movie itself, to know whether there are more subversion of expectations in store. Going by the reaction to the trailer, this approach is not going down well with the audience, and any more surprises might not be taken well and might even tank the movie.